Out now from Eureka Classics is Valley Girl in this special edition limited edition box set. We have 1983 film directed by Martha Coolidge, starring Deborah Foreman, who is one of my favourite actresses from the 80s, and Nicolas Cage, who is always worth a watch because you're never quite sure what you're going to get with this actor. And it is incredibly 80s. This is one of those films that really harkens back to that era. All the good things, if there was any, and all the bad things are highlighted in this film. Coming at it, having never seen or experienced those times, this can be a jolt to the system. Hard to believe that a lot of these fashions and a lot of these tastes were something that was prevalent at the time. But hey, it's locked within film. This is where we garner a lot of our memories from, because we get to see things that we maybe shouldn't have been as passionate about on screen.
Besides, it's totally gnarly birth control.
The basic story here is all about Julie, a girl from the valley who is kind of struggling with the world that she's in. All the things that she's supposed to do, she doesn't really want to continue that way. She doesn't want to do what she has to do. She wants to follow her own path, experience her own things, and have a little bit of fun outside of the little bubble and world that she has created. Cue Nicolas Cage's Randy character, a punk from the city who stumbles across this party in the valley, goes there, meets Julie, and just becomes infatuated with this woman.
I kind of thought that maybe you and I
We could what?
could get out of here.
And it's a love story, a fairly simple, on the surface, bubblegum, pop culture love story. And it's kind of simple, and I appreciate the simplicity that comes within this story. The idea of the various facets of these characters, these different people who come from wildly different backgrounds, who come from different communities, who like different things, but just see that spark in each other that just connects them.
Well, I like Randy a lot, you know? But, he's different.
Well, he was in an accident or something. Things don't work the way they should.
I love a lot of the side characters that we get in here, whether it be the father and mother of Julie, who are old hippies, who have that kind of lifestyle, who are just incredibly funny to watch them interact as they try to use their new age ways of raising their child without constantly telling them off or telling them what to do, but giving them a kind of freedom to do what they want to do. Comes across terrifically well. I think Nicolas Cage, as always, is immensely watchable. He has all these tics and weird mannerisms and high-pitched screams every now and again that he has trademarked over the years, but it feels interesting and true to that kind of character there.
It appears as though you forgot our french fries and our Coke. Fish head.
Oh, well, Peter Piper picked a pepper. I guess I did. Oh, I'm sorry.
This guy's nuts. What a geek.
You get the kind of preppy, everyday guy, Tommy, who's always just, he's like an archetype. You kind of see him and you know exactly what he is. You have these vapid friends that are content with treading water in their small pond and never want to experience anything bigger. It's colourful and bright, and it's kind of candy floss fluff. There's nothing really deep here, but it doesn't need to be. It's an entertaining, fun movie about two people making a connection, even though they come from different kind of worlds, but finding some way to live in harmony, to just be content in each other rather than sticking to the status quo of what is around them. And I really appreciate that. And I think Martha Coolidge does a good job of letting the two actors shine here in this kind of simple story. It's not Coolidge's best. I still think Real Geniuses is my favourite, and Eureka, if you're listening, please get that out on disc at some point, because I would love to have a copy of Real Geniuses. Let's dive into the disc of Valley Girl and see what it has. Here we are in the disc for Valley Girl. There is several audio tracks here. We've got the LPCM dual mono, 5.1 surround sound. We have an audio commentary with Maya Montaz Smuckler and Maria Sanfilippo. Another commentary with Martha Coolidge, and with the English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. A new extra that we have here is Deborah Foreman's interview, which is 17 minutes 44, talking about how she just kind of lucked out immediately getting this job, and I'll let the extra speak for itself because it's terrific, and just her experience on the film. Strange extra here is Colleen Camp talks to Elijah Drenner about Valley Girl. Now this is 29 minutes, about 27 seconds, but it's voiceover and it's playing over the movie, so it's the full length runtime of the movie, but with this kind of interview for the first half hour of it. It's just weirdly set out. I thought there was something wrong with my disc, but I tried it in several players and it's the same thing. Valley Girl in conversation is Martha Coolidge and a couple of the actresses talking about making the film. A bunch of these are all from the 20th anniversary, which is a little bit gone now, since we're now 40 years since the film was released. You get a conversation between Nicolas Cage and Martha Coolidge in the Viper Room, which was the setting for one of the scenes, or a few of the scenes in the film, and that's 20 minutes. 20 totally tubular years later is 24 minutes 15, and a lot of these extras as well kind of use similar footage or segments from the same interviews, so it feels a little bit as if it's overlapping at points. You have The Boys, which is 54 minutes 9 seconds, The Girls, which is 47:51 seconds, you have The Parents, which is 42 minutes 54 seconds, The Bands, which is 54 minutes 11 seconds, Producers and Writers, which is 14 minutes 18 seconds, and The Music, which is 15 minutes 57 seconds. These are all similar in the way they're constructed and edited and put together, and using similar excerpts from same interviews, but they're interesting, although watching them all at once they can tend to run into one another. You have Modern English I Melt With You music video, which is 3 minutes 48, and we have the Plumsouls A Million Miles Away music video, which is 4 minutes 27. You then have the storyboard comparisons, which is 11 minutes 30, which is something I really like on discs. It kind of flicks through the book and then starts to show you some scenes and the corresponding images. Then we have the theatrical trailer, which is 2 minutes 26 seconds. Also in this release is a 58-page booklet that comes with it. There's some fun things in it, some nice articles, one by Alexandra Heller Nicholas, which is great. You get the glossary of Valley Girl talk, which I think is a really kind of fun extra. It's really gnarly. And there's some really weird words in there as well, I suppose helps you understand the movie a little bit better. And that's the extras for Valley Girl. So there we have it. Valley Girl from Eureka Classics is another fun throwaway 80s movie. It kind of harkens back to a horrible time of garish colours, music and lifestyles that maybe should be forgotten, but it's been memorialised on film here. I would love to know if you've seen this before, your thoughts on it. If you've just discovered this for the first time, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. It's always nice to have other opinions to bolster minds or give an opposing view, so drop your comments down below, let everyone know your opinion. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff if you're interested. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership programme and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.